Hello number 1 game enthusiasts! Finally, all the top 5 European leagues have kicked off, so there will be lots of news on and off the pitch. Support the video with your like and a subscription if you're still watching us without it. Maybe today is the day. Also, don't forget to share in the comments below which fixtures you are gonna watch today. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Throughout 74 minutes of the game against Bournemouth, Erling Haaland only completed 2 passes and one of them turned out to be successful. This has never happened in Man City during Guardiola's spell. Nottingham Forest will acquire Brighton and Hove Albion forward Neil Maupay for £14 million. Valencia have officially loaned Barcelona midfielder Nico Gonzalez. He also extended his deal with Barca until the summer of 2026 with a release clause of €1 billion. Barcelona's right defender Serginho Dest has been caught on the radar of Manchester United. The Catalans asked €20 million for his services. Manchester City wonderkid Koike went on loan to the Portuguese side Pacos de Ferreira. Newcastle United are open to sell Alain Saint-Maximin for £40 million. The Magpies are waiting for lucrative offers from other teams. Manchester United have not lost their opening 2 Premier League fixtures since the advent of the Premier League in 1992. Arsenal sporting director Edu spent 5 months negotiating over the transfer of Gabriel Jesus from Man City, as there were many candidates for him. Anderlecht left-back Sergio Gomez has already arrived in Manchester. He's about to undergo a medical and replace Zinchenko at City. The champions of England laid out €15 million for the Spaniard. Udinese left-back Destiny Udogie will undergo a medical for Tottenham Hotspur on Tuesday. Then he will immediately return to Udinese, not on loan. PSG can send several players to the reserve team, which plays in the 5th league. We are talking about Icardi, Drexler, Ander Herrera, Thilo Kehrer, and Idrissa Gueye. Galtier doesn't need them. Brentford have scored 4+ goals in a Premier League game for the first time in its history. Timo Werner slotted a goal right in his first game for RB Leipzig after his return. He opened the scoreline against Köln. It's a real achievement to spend £1 billion and be this bad, noted Gary Neville after Man United's first half against Brentford. Manchester United have been having terrible performances away lately. The Red Devils have lost in 7 consecutive away games with an aggregate score of 2-21. I cost 3 points to my team and it was a poor performance from myself. It was a horrible day. I apologize to everyone, David De Gea stated. The team has to take the responsibility. I feel really sorry for the fans. What I asked them to do is play with belief and take responsibility for the performance, and that's what they didn't do, Erik ten Hag shared after the final whistle. Barcelona midfielder Alex Collado is going to Elche on loan. His new club will pay 50% of his salary. Icardi? No way. We are not signing him. We don't need any other forward after signing Andrea Petagna, Monza CEO Adriano Galliani said. Bournemouth and Fulham are competing for Verona defender Pavel Davidovic. The management of Nice has held productive negotiations with Edinson Cavani, who is currently in the status of a free agent. Unlucky for Lecce, Romelu Lukaku netted in the 2nd minute of his first game for Inter Milan after his return. Porto and Eintracht Frankfurt are in the race for PSG's talented central midfielder Junior Dina Ebimbe. PSG goalkeeper Keylor Navas has agreed to personal terms with Napoli. I think it's a shame that this tournament will not be a World Cup for fans. I have friends who would like to fly to Qatar but choose not to for a variety of reasons, told the head coach of the German national team Hansi Flick. Leandro Paredes wants to move to Juventus, where he's being invited by his former PSG partner Angel Di Maria. AS Monaco are gonna buy Red Bull Salzburg central midfielder Mohamed Kamara for €30 million. He will be replacing Aurelien Tchouameni. I'd love to sign Arthur, of course I like him, but we can't sign him. Costs are too high, said Valencia boss Gennaro Gattuso. Former Chelsea and Arsenal winger Willian has terminated his contract with Corinthians. Olympique Marseille have loaned Man City's right back Issa Cabaret, who performed for Troyes last season. Newcastle United are no longer pursuing the idea of recruiting James Maddison. I want Bernardo at Manchester City, 100%. I don't know what will happen, Pep Guardiola claimed. Everton are choosing a new centre forward among 3 Liga 1 representatives. We are talking about Ransford, Sergio Guirassy, Strasbourg's Ludovic Ahorque, and Marseille's Bamba Dieng. Liga 1 Game Week 2 tie between Lorient and Lyon has been postponed due to the unsatisfactory condition of the pitch. Earlier on, the Lorient Celtic Festival was partly hosted in the stadium. In the first 2 games of the season at the French Championship, Neymar has 4 goals and 3 assists. Yesterday, we saw lots of intriguing fixtures from all top leagues. All the results are in front of you. A very strong start was expected from Barcelona after such a powerful transfer window campaign, though the Catalans were unable to break through several layers of Rayo Vallecano's defense. The Red Sanchez even had 2-3 great moments to open the scoreline. The most discussed result of the day was the shameful display by Manchester United. The Red Devils conceded 4 goals in the first half, and nothing had changed after the break. 18 minutes were needed for David De Gea to concede 2 unnecessary goals. Cristiano Ronaldo was seen on the pitch from the first minutes, but was not memorable at all. Man City completely thrashed Bournemouth, already scoring 3 goals in the first 45 minutes. De Bruyne and Foden had a goal and an assist each. Gundogan also managed to hit the target from Haaland's assist, and Lerma nailed the ball into his own net. Arsenal continued to amaze with its huge potential, with Gabriel Jesus sealing 2 goals and delivering 2 assists against Leicester City. Meanwhile, AC Milan and Inter Milan had quite a rough start. The champions of Italy conceded in the second minute, and the first half ended with 2-2. In the second half of the match, Rebic and Brahim Diaz made the result clear. Inter snatched all 3 points in the 90th plus 5th thanks to Denzel Dumfries' accurate shot. As for Liga 1, PSG slotted 5 goals for the second game week in a row. Neymar was shining again, scoring a brace, and Renato Sanchez made it to his debut strike. Mbappe also netted his first goal of the year's campaign. Besides, Montpellier representative Fellaini Sacco was unfortunate enough to force the ball into his own net. Moving on to the main topics of the day. L'Équipe, the joint organizers of the Ballon d'Or, have shocked many by leaving Lionel Messi out of the 30-man shortlist for the award. They explained his omission in an editorial published yesterday. L'Équipe says that Leo had a poor first season with PSG, scoring just 6 league goals and getting eliminated in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo made the list, despite not being on top of his game last season. L'Équipe explained his presence by saying he scored 32 times in 49 appearances for United. His 6 goals in the Champions League group stage massively helped United progress to the knockout stages of the competition. Frankie de Jong's future at Barcelona still remains in limbo. The Dutchman was previously thought to have completely rejected the option with Manchester United, but the matter seems to have changed. Ahead of the battle against Rayo, de Jong told his Barca teammates that he could still move to Man United. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang could still change clubs this summer. Barcelona know he holds contract talks with Chelsea, where Thomas Tuchel, whom he worked with at Dortmund, is keen to see him in the roster. The Catalans wish to receive from 25 to 28 million euros for their forward. According to Duncan Castles, Paris Saint-Germain are now speeding up their process of signing Marcus Rashford before the transfer window shuts on August 31st. The Liga 1 giants are preparing a long-term contract for the 24-year-old who has a year to go on his Manchester United deal. PSG have made the decision to formally lodge an offer after positive discussions between Rashford's agents and the club. It appears Marcus is open to the prospect of joining PSG, where the club hopes to use him in a 2-man forward line with Kylian Mbappe. Meanwhile, it's also been reported that PSG values Rashford at £60 million, whereas United won't let him leave for a fee below £120 million. Next week, Barcelona are plotting to complete 2 more top-tier deals. The first new name will be Marcos Alonso, with whom all conditions have already been settled. The second person we are talking about is Bernardo Silva. Blaugrana have reached an agreement with Man City and the Portuguese, but it's necessary to wait for the departure of several players for the final approval. This move no longer depends on Frankie de Jong. Folks, our Vamos Ida project has already released a video about Barca's upcoming top deal. How Bernardo is gonna bolster Xavi's squad, how he will be used in the team's formation, and why the Portuguese has all what it takes to show himself better than Frankie de Jong. Have a good time watching. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.